Stu knows about the grind. Yeah, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again.
I'm your huckleberry.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Oh, dude. That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hey, happy Monday. Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish with you. Fun show on tap. Going to look back at a great weekend for the Edmonton Oilers, man. When's the last time they had back-to-back shutouts, Walk? That was pretty impressive.
By 5 goals, never, I guess.
Yeah, phew. We'll recap the NFL. Wasn't a good day for my Niners. Ugh. And lots to get to. We got the national championship game today, Miami, Indiana. Matthew Wannick's nervous already. He's getting ready to watch his team hopefully win the championship. And Brenden Deeg from The Score. He was awesome. Last time we had him on, he's going to join us to talk about all these games we saw over the weekend, the Bills firing their coach, the Seahawks losing their running back, and then at 2:05, Michael Traikos from the Hockey News will join us. A couple of trades going down yesterday and today, and we'll go around the NHL and what's going on with the Rangers and all that fun stuff. But like we always do on a Monday, Hawk, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah.
Just kind of focused on getting better, after that little sickness running through. So just relaxed and got stuff done. And yeah.
So I was telling Dusty I had tasted the best beer I've ever had over the weekend. Have you ever had Delirium?
Show me a picture.
Sure you have. So it's kind of like a bougie beer, but buddy, man, the Delirium Red, oh man, like outstanding. So it looks kind of like that.
No, I don't think I have ever tried that one.
Have you tried like their light?
Probably.
Probably. Might bring some in Friday.
Really?
You can try it.
Wow.
Yeah, like a red wine beer. I think you'd like it. It's really good, man. Honestly, though, like I'm not like I'm being dramatic here, but it's probably one of the best beers I've ever had in my life.
Why don't we do it for the meeting then?
Because I have to run after.
After 7 o'clock? That's going to go late. You're not running after. Stop.
Oh, hey, do we know what we're getting for food?
Whatever it is, it'll probably not be enough.
That stuff you get, eh? We'll see if Dusty orders enough.
It'll probably be too much. Well, you know what? You should just ask Tony. Ask Tony how much he brought that day when he came in. Because that was perfect.
Yeah.
Right? There was just there might have been a pizza left.
And we had some leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always good. Yeah, I can't complain. Coop, how was your weekend, my friend? What did you get up to?
It was solid, busy. Friday went to a last-minute concert at Midway, and then Saturday called some hockey games. Caught as much football as I could on the Saturday.
What
Got
concert?
Some sushi. Men I Trust, it's called. Oh. It's like an indie band from Quebec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Time.
Canadian. Oh, yeah, it was good. Yeah, the Midway venue is all right. Got a couple expensive beers and enjoyed the time there and waited in line.
Pardon my ignorance. I was going to ask the same thing.
Oh,
is that
yeah.
the standard?
It used to be called the Ranch. It's off 63rd Ave
where
on
Barry
South
Tees
Side.
used to be.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I wouldn't know. No, it's right beside the dealership kind of
Yeah.
spot.
That's where Nick
Midway
Stadler
Music
got
Venue.
knocked out.
Okay.
Who got knocked out?
Don't you remember?
No, I don't remember that.
So former first-round pick Nick Stadler, who was a beauty guy. He obviously something was said in the bar, blah blah blah. He went out to go have a hot dog, and that's the last thing he remembers. A guy came out of the bar with his pint glass and smashed him over the back of the head.
Oh no!
Yeah, and Nick was he was never the same after that. Like he I don't think he played for like another 4 months, and then I remember he came down. He came down to was it? I can't remember. I might have played with him again in Portland because he was traded. But extremely talented guy. Like he was kind of like Bush, but with a person like a way bigger personality.
Oh, okay.
But toe drags galore.
Yeah, I remember Nick Stadjar.
Yeah.
That was the best part of Buried Tees was the hot dogs after 2 a.m. Buddy.
Was it?
Well, you're a drug. You would have ate anything. At that time.
Yeah.
Well, all they sold there now is pizza.
Oh, do
$8
they?
a slice. Yep.
Yeah. So so I had I stuck to beer on Saturday. I only had beers, but buddy, I'll tell you this, because I can't stomach too many beers anymore. But I just stuck to beer. Yesterday, my stomach.
Oh, really?
Oh, the first half of the day, that draft beer. I love draft beer because it's so delicious, but it kills me.
Oh, it was on draft. You were
Yeah.
having that. Oh. Yeah, that'll. It doesn't matter. Draft just messes with the guts.
Yeah. Because if you drink bottled beer, it's not the same.
No.
No.
It doesn't taste the same.
No, it doesn't. So I lied. I had draft, but the Delirium Red I had was in a bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of draft were you drinking?
I had because we were at MKT, so they have like 50 beers.
Where?
MKT.
Oh, were you?
So I was trying just different things, like mostly lagers though.
Did you try an unhammered?
No, I didn't. I did not. And then I had some Coors Original.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I don't know. I like Coors Banquet. Isn't
Oh,
that
yeah,
bad?
I get it. I just, when you're in a place that has like all those taps, I find I'm always mesmerized trying to find something maybe I haven't tried before. So
Yeah.
that's good.
It's good times. Good. So Joaquin, let's start with the Oilers. I mean, I thought the first period against Vancouver, I thought it was back and forth. Vancouver showed a little bit good, but Jari was solid. But as soon as the Oilers scored the second and third goal, I saw a lot of players on the Canucks that had no interest in that game.
Truth be told, I didn't watch the game. I watched the second period the next day on repeat because I listened to you guys and knew what happened or whatever after the. And so I watched the second period just because that's when all the goals happened to look. And yeah, it seemed like they had it well in control. And just abused the Canucks. But the Canucks had some chances too. I was kind of surprised. It didn't. The score didn't reflect how the Canucks played totally. They weren't great, but they weren't that bad, I thought. And the only player who actually showed up for the Canucks that game was that Connor Garland.
He's a good player, man.
That guy, I watch every game I watch him, I notice him. Yeah. Like he does something. Like he gets in. Like I saw him at one point. He was battling with three other guys, and maybe one was his guy. But he changed his hands on his stick, and he got in there like he was winning a faceoff. And he grabbed it and went to the net and he made a play. Like he gets into the corners and he controls the puck. I like him, man. I really like him.
There should be Vancouver's going into rebuild. If I'm a playoff team, I'm calling Vancouver for that guy. I'm saying, what do you guys want? Let's make something work. Because that guy on any playoff team, annoying to play against, can score.
Look what he did to Connor.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he can play both sides of the puck. I think he has a no movement clause now, but it changes to no move next year. I think he runs you around about $5 million.
He probably wants out of there.
Well, yeah. It's why are you staying? Like him on a good team. Like if he could be on your third line, you're a pretty good team because I think he's kind of a top 6 kind of player.
Yeah. Then yesterday, I didn't like Binnington's game. I didn't think St. Louis has some injuries to some key players, but again, they had their looks too, but. I just feel like this weekend we finally saw the Oilers say, you know what, we're not screwing around. We're putting this stuff away. Yeah.
So watching the second period, I thought the Oilers were good. They kind of took the life away from the Canucks. I felt last night, although like you said, the St. Louis Blues had some good looks, but I kind of call it like at one point I was watching, I was like, man, the Oilers, even though St. Louis, like a couple times they hemmed in a line in their end, right?
Yeah.
But if you had a stopwatch and actually go, it was like a 2-second rule. there was no point where any St. Louis Blue had more than 2 seconds with the puck before they had to deal with the checking of an Edmonton Oiler. And that they were all moving their feet. They were putting their sticks in great areas. The stuff that St. Louis was able to generate, it's still, they had to make split decisions. And some of the reasons why you saw the game a little bit easier for Ingram, although he made some great saves, is because when you give NHL players, it doesn't matter who it is, you give them time and space with the puck.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for it. It's just the really skilled guys that don't even need that time, right? That they'll put it in the net. But you get these guys with just a split second. They're just getting it and shooting it as quick as they can. They don't have time to really, have a look, take aim and stuff like that. So they did. It was a really, really good defensive effort, I thought, from the Edmonton Oilers, and steady, solid goaltending from Ingram. And that, I said it, it makes me look like a genius when I was on the panel talking about him, because I called Connor Ingram soft, and now everyone's commenting about his rebound control. Like it's
pillows.
Yeah, he's like for Edmonton Oilers fans, Connor Ingram should be sponsored by Sleep Country, because or Lazy Boy Furniture, because he makes you so less stressed in net when the puck's coming. Hey?
Yeah, it's like there's no worry now when I see pucks at his net. So I'll ask you this, Joaquin. So the Oilers win the weekend games by a score of 11-0. Okay, Jari 31 saves on Saturday, Ingram 27 saves. Good defensive game for most part. The most impressive part for me, okay, I'll ask you, was it the goaltending, the back-to-back shutouts, or was it the depth scoring? Because 11 goals, guys. McDavid only had 3 assists.
Well, usually in shutouts, like I said before, either the other team sucks or the other goalie's really good, and you get a little bit lucky. And I wouldn't say the Canucks, they weren't good. And you could say that the St. Louis wasn't great. They were better than the Canucks. But I think it's what's most impressive. It's combined what happens when you have both.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the depth scoring's great. But seeing how everyone's playing right now, it's at a really high level. Like, you would have had to been playing really well to beat the Oilers this weekend.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Both goalies good. The depth scoring, like you said, we wish Leon Draisaitl and his family the best. He had to fly back home to Germany. We don't know what's going on, but it's an illness in the family. Wish him the best. But I thought Dusty brought up such a great point on the Oil Stream. We always see this sometimes when McDavid's out of the lineup and it's just Draisaitl. Hey, other guys can show up on this team, Joaquin, given the opportunity, given the ice time. Other guys can score and help you win, because we're talking about 11 goals in 2 games where McDavid was a part of 3 of them. The other 8, Lazar was involved, Kapanen, Rozovic, Howard. Like, we're not saying the blessing in disguise, but this might do good for Knobloch to see, like, okay, I need to put more trust in some of these guys.
So who benefited more this weekend? Did the forward group, the goalies, or the coaching staff?
For me, it's the coaching staff.
Is that just a realization that, well, maybe it's you've had the crutch for so long to just always go back to?
Yeah.
And maybe it's, as a coach, you probably feel a glare from Leon looking at you ready to go, right? But I mean, I would have to say the biggest check mark for the weekend is the realization, there's a few other things that work here. And even with Kapanen going out, you realized what you had, and guys stepped up. So partly I think with the goals that were scored allowed Nabla to kind of roll through the lines, but just not having a certain option that he likes to go to for so much forced his hand to kind of get something else. And kudos to the players that were put together, because their play dictated that they did stay together. I like that the old third line, though. I really like that. I think those guys should stay together. And I mean, gosh, Podkolzin and Hyman. I did not think that the goal totals where they are at right now wouldn't be what they had on the season to this point so far.
Hyman's a point per game player. He's got 19 goals. He's going to hit 30.
I can't believe that. Like
Yeah.
I really can't. And the way that he's scoring goals, like that, the second one he scored, a great shot, post and in. That's a goal in any league. The tip, like the battling in front and getting it, because Binnington was in great position. Binnington cannot start game one.
You've seen enough.
No, I you know what? Watching him, and that first one went in. His body language, you know what it reminded me of? Stuart Skinner when he was here at the end.
Yeah, he looked a little down.
He's broken right now.
And they showed his numbers compared to Hoffer.
Oh, they're terrible. Like it's. I mean, I don't think it matters what goalie's in net that game, right? Maybe it's not as bad, but Binnington's a broken goaltender. He's not. He's a shadow of his former self. You cannot have someone going into the most important, like the highest level of hockey with confidence that low and try. Like you're basically hoping he has a good enough game to get some of it back where you can go to some of the other two guys and they're already riding high.
Yeah, I know. That's a good point. On the other side of the break, we will look at some of the goals from last night. Talk about Nuge, man. It was great. All the guys with the Nuge shirts. He got messages from, Schulte, Ebbs, everybody, that was took part in the celebration for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Of course, we'll visit the Rasmus Andersson trade and the Kiefer Sherwood trade as well. That's all coming up. If you did miss it, Kasperi captain and did not, he only played 2 minutes, got hurt. Sounds like it's day-to-day more than long-term, which is good news for the Oilers. The Oilers might have to go 11-7 here because they have the 3 goaltenders, so expect that tomorrow, and you'll get a heavy dose of Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. But we'll wait and see what the timeline is on Mr. Leon Draisaitl. Once again, we wish him the best and his family. Hopefully everything is going okay over there in Germany. Like I said, on the other side of the break, highlights, lowlights, Brenden Deeg, Michael Traikos. We got a full show. Screw it, let's do it. Parlay as well. Did you know today's my Twitter anniversary? In 2014, on this day, I opened my Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
What a cesspool it's turned into since then. Remember when Twitter was Twitter?
Yeah.
It was great.
I was a young man.
I'm afraid
back
to open
then.
mine right now.
I know. Every time I post something, I'm afraid. You go to bed, you wake up, and you're just afraid.
Really?
You open it because people just attack.
Yeah.
No matter what you say.
I don't look at what they say.
I do sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not all.
Or maybe people don't like you because not many people disagree with me.
Yeah. People don't like it.
Yeah.
That's well documented. Hey, Edmonton Sports Talk brought to you by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up for us. We have 177 watching. We should get to 100 right away. Let's go. Don't hesitate. And if you're listening on iHeart, TuneIn, or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, just slide on over as well. The Afternoon Inbox presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. More Oilers talk on the way. We will get to NFL as well. So many things to talk about NFL-wise as well. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We're back after the break.
Vancouver's Kiefer Sherwood has been dealt to the Sharks in exchange for Cole Clayton and 2 second-round picks, one for this year and the other for next season. Right now, in the second intermission, it's a Sabres and Hurricanes notch at 1 apiece. After that, Matthew Tkachuk makes his season debut for the Panthers against the Sharks. He's been out since August after undergoing surgery to repair multiple core injuries. Meanwhile, the Flames dance with the Devils' newly acquired Zach Whitecloud, expected to play his first as a Flame, according to Sportsnet's Eric Francis. And on the coast, Zach Charbonnet is out for the remainder of this season, with ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that the Seahawks touchdown leaders suffered a torn ACL Saturday against the Niners, with Charbonnet leaving in the first half. To the hoops, 3 games are alive right now. The Bucks up 99-95 on the Hawks with about 3 left to go in regulation. And in college ball, the Hurricanes and Hoosiers kick off at 5:30 for the national championship. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993, they're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc, they're the experts you need to know. Highlights, lowlights from the Oilers weekend next on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Darren Dreger.
You know, historically, when you think of the best complementary players, and at times Nuge has been a star in the National Hockey League. He has, and his numbers would back that up. But he's so comfortable in the role that he can and is expected and almost always plays. You know, there are nights where he's the star of the game. And then there are other nights where, all right, oh, geez, that was a quiet 2 points.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada Ice Dancers, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier on Support from Home.
We're celebrating all the people at home, the people that have supported us.
We know our community is going to be cheering for us, and we know the country is going to be cheering for us.
Thank you, Canada.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
I'm your huckleberry.
Help is on the way.
Yeah, baby. Don't. We're celebrating Hernan's Twitter anniversary. 14 years ago. I feel like I had it way longer than that. We double check. 24, yeah.
Well, you said 2014, though, right?
Yeah.
That'd be 12.
12, yeah. What did I say?
14. Well, you meant like 2014. What was I doing in 2014?
You carried the 2 that you didn't need.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I joined the world of Twitter, and my life has changed.
Wow. It's gone downhill ever since, hey?
Well, a lot of people are on that other platform now. What is it called? Blue Sky?
Tweet? I don't know.
I don't think anyone's on Blue Sky.
No?
I went on there. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very
calm.
Yeah. You know, I find TikTok nice. And if sometimes reels on Instagram are good, like, but
I've seen the most backlash though on reels sometimes. Like it's polar opposite. It's either the most supportive comment sections or the worst replies in the world. So but then Twitter's just bad all around.
Whilst laying on the couch yesterday, are you a fan of The Daily Show?
With Jon Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because now he has like a roster, and there's a guy named Josh Johnson who's a comedian, and he brought on.
Yeah.
And I can't remember like I went down a wormhole. Man, those guys are funny.
Oh, they're really funny.
So on the way in, I was listening on Spotify, man. Like it's just nonstop laughter, man. Like I was on YouTube yesterday during the games, just watching and listening to them. It's great. Anyways, back to Oilers talks. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish here. Slam that thumbs up for us. Come on, don't be a pleasure delay. Let's go. Oilers, Devils tomorrow. Skinner on Thursday with the Penguinos. And Saturday, who is it, Coop? The Washington Capitals. There's going to be a tough little stretch. Can they win 3 games in a row for the first time this season tomorrow? Dusty's almost guaranteed it, Bucky.
2 shutouts, 11 goals. They don't have one of their stars. You don't think these guys are fat and sassy?
Oh, yeah.
After, like, you thought you had a bad weekend on Sunday. Imagine what they did after the Nuge.
Oh, good point. There was a party yesterday.
Massive party.
I didn't even think of that. All right, let's get to highlights, lowlights. It's all positive because they didn't allow a goal against Joaquin. It's very hard. And you have the Australian. It's Australian, right?
It's Australian Open, yeah.
Man, Bianca Andreescu still not playing, eh? A lot of Canadians, though. So
she's like Kapanen, always injured.
She is. So go on, cheer the. I like watching the Canadians. I know Felix is out due to injury. Yes.
Yeah, I think Chapeau got through the first day.
Okay, good. But Chapeau's like, as soon as things go sideways for Chapeau, he loses all composure.
Oh, do you see that one where he hit the ball and like hit the ref in the head? And the ref kicked him out. I mean, he didn't mean to.
Yeah. Okay, Joaquin. Now we're just, we're going to keep it nice and simple today. Nuge played his 1,000th game.
1,000th.
What a accomplishment.
Yeah.
You think he hits 1,000 points?
So he's got like 788. Well, he'll get to 800 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe finish off with what, 810? Need another 190 over
4 more years.
How many more years is his contract? 4? 3? He's 32.
2.
It'll be tough.
You'll get close.
Yeah. I mean, that power play is not going to change over the next. But he doesn't always get the points. Like if there was a third assist, he would get it.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. That would be. We might have to talk to people at Play Alberta so you can get odds on that.
Yeah, that'd be a great one.
That would be a good one.
The runner says Nuge definitely got a babysitter last night. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, and this is just for, this is awesome. He's playing in his 1,000th game. He scores the first goal of the game. Not only is it the first goal of the game, it's the game winner. And it's vintage Nuge going blocker side. Let's just roll it. It's on the power play. Just a great finish. How many times have we seen Nugent-Hopkins score with that shot? And it's just great. Like, great entry into the zone. Bouchard heads up play, finds the Nuge, and then you like that goal in Bennington?
I mean, it's a perfect shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's look at
there's
it.
There's a bit of a screen with Parenko. It's almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean, Bennington probably could have got, he wasn't set, first of all, but that's because Nuge wastes no time. Yeah, there's not a real big dust off. He gets it in one motion and shoots it. And if I'm Bennington, he's moving right here. It's very tough to stop a puck when you're still moving.
Yeah.
Probably could have tried to get out of, but it's happened so fast, man. It's
great.
And it's where he shoots.
Yeah.
That's his spot. It was awesome to see him do that. I don't know. I wasn't there, obviously, but sounds like the fans really appreciate him. I mean, he's probably the most appreciated Oiler.
That's a good way of putting it. They did a Nuge chant in the third.
Yeah, the third, yeah.
The wave was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. This goal, Joaquin, I wanted to show it because everything about it, I just love. It's the Mangiapane goal. He was struggling mightily, got off the schneid, but just the hard work here. It's just down the wall, goes behind the net. Janmark with a nice little slice there to poke it free. Look at the work by Lazar on two guys. This is all Lazar. Goes to the boards, circles around to the dot, puts it on net, boom, and Mangiapane there. I just love the hard work.
Well, and Mangiapane's in there too, but what does he do? He goes to the net, right? If you go back and watch, even Janmark's getting in a good position to help out his partner. There's support all over the ice once the Oilers grab possession. So he gets it, Mangiapane, and then you see Janmark spin out just for the little release. But Lazar makes a great play by just, you know what, let's get this thing to the net. And boom, pass. I think I texted the group, pass off the pillows, right? And that's a great goal. It's an unreal goal. And hopefully for the bread eater, there's a little bit more carbs in his diet with more goals.
And this one's just a ridiculous play by McDavid. A little bit lucky because it goes off Tucker's stick, but just to make that pass.
I mean, he does have a look. I was going, does he mean to do this? But I think he had a look before and knew there was going to be someone there.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's any time to try to fire it through three guys, it is when you're up by 4.
Yeah, exactly.
So does he do this if it's a 1-0? Maybe not. I don't know. But again, Bennington, he's got the same kind of body. It He's just dead. He's like, what am I supposed to do here? His body language is awful.
I like that. Does he pull that in a 2-1 game? Maybe because he's McDavid.
Yeah, but he knows he can see someone that's there, right? So he hopes for the best. But we're talking about that. And if that was the other way around, that's a horrible goal. He's surrounded by 4 guys, include the goalie, right? Yeah. There's no way that pass should get through past those 3 guys and the goalie himself. That's a horrible. Ugh. Yeah, that's gross.
Okay, quickly before we get to the trades, so Draisaitl, they put Wallman in kind of his spot because he shoots that way. Mm-hmm. I don't mind the decision. I know a lot of fans are upset that Ike Howard or one of the young guys. What do you make of it going with 2 defensemen? But he's more on the half wall and setting up for that one-timer. Because how many times did they hit Wallman? And Wallman's just shooting it.
Yeah, look, there haven't been a lot of defensemen taking over the power play, and those guys have gone out on their own, like as a second unit.
Yeah.
And I think I agree with it. When I saw it, this is my thinking. If something happens to Bouchard, who's taking that place? Wallman, right? So I like the move. You still have 2D out there, which is nice. But I mean, if something did, like if Bouchard gets injured or whatever, he's in the box or something, and you have the power play, who are you going to put at the top? It's going to be Wallman. So give him a few reps there. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, no, I have no issues with it. I get why you get upset because you want to see Howard in them, but they will eventually as they get older, as they get more reps. But I actually don't mind Wallman. Bones on the River Korean box says, Nick Stadjahar iced the puck in a rookie Golden Bears game. It cleared the glass and hit me right in the ass. Hurt like crazy.
He had a great shot, man. Great shot.
Oh, that's great. This one says, I think Bouchard's terrible start cost him a little more consideration for the Olympics because we were talking about Parayko and how much he's struggling. This one says, draft beer is best beer from Grumpy Cat. It is, but man, it's bad on the guts. And this one says, Bouchard made that play with how quickly he got the puck to Nuge after Wallman's great pass. Yeah, it's a good point.
Nice to point out some of Bouchard's good points, because there are, like, if you watch Bouchard over the course of a game, he is an incredible defenseman with his passing ability.
Yeah. Oh, he's
like, he makes a lot of passes, somewhat like Ingram. It makes them look very routine, and people just get used to it. Oh, he avoided that guy by a second and then sent a laser beam pass and hit a guy in the tape flying down the other side, right? Like, yeah, he's something else.
Okay, Joaquin, yesterday afternoon it broke. Rasmus Andersson finally traded, and of course he goes to the freaking Vegas Golden Knights. The Calgary Stampeders, the Calgary Flames get Zach Whitecloud's a good defenseman.
I like Whitecloud, man.
He's a good defenseman. They get a first pick. The second's a condition. If Vegas wins the cup, it turns into a first. And I think it was a prospect thrown in there as well. Do you like to trade for Vegas? I know some people are saying analytically Rasmus Andersson's having a bad year, but I think he makes him better.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I think they lose a lot with Whitecloud.
Okay.
I like Whitecloud as a defenseman. It's a cup winner.
He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. We'll see. The Oilers when the Oilers play the Calgary Flames, do you notice Rasmus Andersson?
I'll be honest. I have more in the past than this year.
The only time I notice him is when there's a scrum, and then once the linesmen get in there, and all of a sudden he becomes Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, he's Mr. Tough Guy.
As soon as the refs, like, he is quiet as quiet can be, and then the refs get in there, and he's like when you pass that yard with the little purse dog that starts yapping at you.
Yeah.
Right? Just yappy, 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 yappy. And then you go into the yard and it's like, hi, how are you? It's okay. So, like, it's just ridiculous. So does he make them better? Is he a better defender than Whitecloud?
I think in the way he's better than Whitecloud, he's more all around. Because he's good off, he can provide offense. He can play on the power play. He's good on the PK. He can play in all situations where Whitecloud's maybe limited just with the offense. But I like White. I think Calgary got a hell of a defenseman too.
They got him with term.
Yeah.
He's from, I think Whitecloud's from Winnipeg, right? Like Canadian guy playing in Calgary.
Oh, and he's pumped, man.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet he's pumped, man.
But he was a Saskatchewan boy.
Is he Saskatchewan?
Oh, let's see here.
I don't know where he's from.
Brandon, Manitoba.
Yeah, he's from Manitoba. So it's not going home, but it's kind of coming home to Canada and playing in a Canadian market. He's going to be there for the next few years. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Calgary winning this trade.
Okay. Especially if they win the cup. They get 2 first rounders.
Well, I don't. Does Andersson make? I just don't think he makes them that much better.
And it could be just for the rest, because Rasmus Andersson was very clear before they traded him, said, I'm not signing an extension with anyone. Like, he's smart. He's going to wait.
Well, he might get down there and sit in the sun and go, whoa.
Well, that's a pretty good life. Okay, and then today, one of the most anticipated names, a guy you absolutely love, Kiefer Sherwood, traded to the San Jose Sharks for 2 second-rounders and a prospect, a defenseman. I think this is a home run by Mike Grier because, he's a UFA at the end of the year. You don't think Kiefer Sherwood's going to look at Mike Grier and be like, Lions, lock me up. I want to be here with Celebrini and Will Smith for the next 5-6 years. And they're getting a hell of a player.
Yeah.
For the playoff push.
If he can keep this going, that's great. Because, what are his stat lines this year for Kiefer Sherwood? What's he got, like 12 goals?
He had that really hot stretch.
He went, he's a very honest player, like hard-nosed.
17 goals, 6 assists.
So, 20-goal guy. He'll probably he's 1.5 this year. Going into next year, he'd be crazy not to hit the market. Unless he really likes San Jose and they offer him something. Like he's 30 years old. If they give him a max deal, like why not? But and
Celebrini's very enticing.
Yeah, he might get a chance to play with him over the next little bit. So
because he's gonna be in their top 6.
Right now,
yeah. So some tidy work there by Mike Grier. I really like the deal. Vancouver's going into a full rebuild, and they should, because what I saw on Saturday is a team that's just ready to call it a season, and it's only January.
So you think that's a good move by San Jose?
I do.
Yeah?
Because if it doesn't work out, then they just cut ties. Right? They're giving up draft picks.
They're giving up some stuff there.
Yeah. But if they can sign him, let's say, to a 4-year deal until he's 34, like he's not going to hurt their team. He's going to be a nice little addition with some sandpaper.
It's just everyone's seen what he can do this year on a bad team. If he keeps going, say he finishes with 30 goals, some GM's going to give him a boatload.
And the famous words of one time I heard Ray Ferraro say it, always be cautious of guys having good years on bad teams.
Yeah.
So, because this is not, like he scored 19 the previous year, but that's probably the high end for Kiefer Sherwood.
This is the peak of Kiefer Sherwood, right? There's not going to be anything. And let's see how he does in San Jose. He's a good player, man. I don't mind him at all.
Portion of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Pizza Sundays back at the CBH after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99 and then wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankers. On the other side of the break, Brenden Deeg from The Score will go around the NFL. Lots to get there. A lot of storylines in the NFL, and Brendan's always a great guest, so looking forward to that conversation. Keep slamming that thumbs up. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat and the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. We're back with some NFL talk on the other side of the break.
10 games in the NHL today. One game underway with the Hurricanes up 2-1 over the Sabres midway through the third period. And after that, Florida welcomes back Matthew Tkachuk to take on the Sharks. Tkachuk playing his first game of the season after recovering from off-season core surgery. And Kiefer Sherwood is on the move to San Jose, being swapped from Vancouver in exchange for Colt Clayton and 2 second-rounders. With 23 points in 44 games this year, Sherwood is in the final year of his deal, worth $3 million. NFL news, the Seahawks will take on the Rams without leading touchdown man Zach Charbonnet. He left the first half of Saturday's game against the Niners with a significant knee injury. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Charbonnet tore his ACL. And a pair of games live in the NBA right now. It's the Clippers down 2 points against the Wizards, 28-26. With 10 to go in the second and nearing the end of the first half, the Thunder lead 62-47 over the Cavaliers. Brenden Deeg checks in on the other side of the break here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
May hasn't played well at all in this playoffs.
No, but it's also one game. Well, two games. Two games. And who's the other game that they beat?
He's turned the ball over. He hasn't looked great.
No, Justin Herbert.
And yet, because his defense is so good, we spend a lot of time talking about the offensive stars. But Christian Gonzalez, to me, is a guy you build a franchise around as a secondary player.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
I'm your huckleberry.
We're back here, rolling along nicely on this Monday. Live from the William Huff Studios, west end of the city. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish with you. Enjoy these next 2 days. It's going to get cold after.
What?
Yeah, the cold front coming. We're just ahead of Brenden Deeg from The Score, who is brought to you by Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And we're good to go as we bring in Brenden Deeg, friend of the show from The Score, joining us. We have lots to get to here. Brenden, how you doing, man?
I'm good. You guys got me?
Oh, yeah. We got you. Loud and clear, buddy. Okay, I I don't even know where to start, but let's start with, was it a catch? Was it an INT? The Bills-Broncos game. We'll start there and we'll work our way to the injury to the other quarterback and then the firing of one coach. But what's your take on what went down on that interception, Brenden?
I think it was an interception. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people use still photos online to kind of something like a catch like that. Like, look at this picture. Like, it clearly was an interception. Like, you can't do that in like a high, fast-paced game like the NFL when you're showing interception like that. It was the right call. What I will say is it's kind of crazy they didn't slow it down and look at it and take a replay. Like McDermott calls a timeout, wants the play to be stopped, wants him to look at it. They should have taken an extra look at it. We've seen the league review stuff way crazier than that before, like, or way worse, or that was less obvious than that. So I do believe they should have slowed it down and looked at it. But in my opinion, it was an interception. I think the biggest gripe is the pass interference. It was like a 17-yard pass interference call on the left sideline, but Joey Bosa gets the personal foul penalty on that play anyway, so that would have been a 15-yard penalty no matter what. So if there's one kind of, I guess, ref situation or call you could argue that didn't go their way, I think it was the pass interference. But again, Bosa had the personal foul. Look, they lost because they turned the ball over 5 times. Like, that's why the Bills lost the football game. I put it out on Twitter. Like, I love Josh Allen. Do not get me wrong. I think he is the best football player in the world. He's the best quarterback in the world right now. But I feel like the media kind of coddles him sometimes, and it's just like it's never his fault. Like he turned the ball over 4 times in that game, and the one before the second half was crucial. And you can't do that. You can't put the ball in harm's way like that. When Bo Nix throws that interception, then he throws one right back. Like he also missed Dawson Knox on a wide open throw. Yeah. The game basically with 10 seconds left. Like he has to make those plays, and the best player in the world didn't make the big plays to win the game, and that's kind of just how it all went down.
Brendan, what is there like a quick little summit with refs because of just those pass interference calls? Just to, because there seems like you see one in one game, then you watch the other game and it's not. Like, what happens this week with refs, or does nothing happen?
I think with pass interference, like it's a rule, in my opinion, that needs to get addressed at some point. Like it's so ticky-tacky. It's so 1 week it's one call, or 1 week it's another. It's my biggest kind of pet peeve with the NFL is the way they call pass interference. I've been kind of banging the drum. They should go to the college rules and just do 15-yard penalty, and kind of matter what the distance of the flag. But I'm assuming there has been, like you said, like a summit or a talk. There was definitely, Goodell was on phones, and there was definitely some sort of meeting going on after that game, because look, there was a lot. That's what took over the game was the referees. And yeah, I know the NFL, a lot of people complain that the referees are too involved. I believe they are, but I don't think the league wants them to be the face of the games.
Brenden Deeg from The Score joining us here on EST Afternoons, going around the NFL. All right, let's stick with that game for now. It was announced after the game Bo Nix would be out with an injury. Just devastating news for Broncos fans everywhere. Do they have a chance, Brenden, in your eyes, with Jarrett Stidham?
It's tough to say. He hasn't thrown a ball in the regular season until I think it was 2023, week 18. So it's been 3 years, 2 seasons since he's last thrown a pass. So it's kind of hard to say what he looks like right now. I will say that Sean Payton loves the guy. Sean Payton advocated for him when Sean Payton was head coach of Denver Broncos. He was a day one free agency signing. So he was signed right away in Denver. This is the guy that Sean Payton loves. Sean Payton respects. He talked about him very highly at the press conference. Like they went right to him and said he's going to be the starter. No ifs, ands, or buts. So I can't really get a good read on how he's going to look. It's been so long since he's thrown a pass. But they do have do you think, I was looking at the spreads today, they're 4.5 point home underdogs. I think if let's say Bo Nix was playing, they're probably 2.5 point favorites. So is Bo Nix really worth 7 points on the spread? I don't think so. So I do think the books are kind of over exaggerating this. Broncos pass rush can get after the quarterback. We saw what the Texans did to Will Campbell, the rookie offensive tackle last week. He's struggled since coming back from a knee injury. Nick Bonito, those guys can get after you. So I think they're gonna have to win by running the football. And on defense, I do think it's the spread should be closer to 2.5, 3. And there looks like J.K. Dobbins could return. I just wrote this up before I jumped on the show. His practice window's opening up, so they could get a boost at running back. He might play this weekend. There's a chance he could. And he was running the ball really well before he got hurt, and he's a big upgrade over RJ Harvey.
Let's look at the other game, Rams-Seahawks coming up. Rams win an awesome football game to watch. That was really exciting. Seahawks kind of have their way. Who has more of an advantage, playing a tighter game or a blowout going into the conference final?
What we saw the last time we saw these two teams play was probably the best game of the season.
Yeah.
It was a Thursday night game, so it was awesome. And I was looking at like their last two games, and I come to a funny conclusion. If you look at these two teams have split the season series 1-1. The Rams have scored 58 points. The Seahawks have scored 57 points. The Rams have 830 total yards. The Seahawks have 829 total yards. It has literally been a dead even, like they have just played each other dead even. It's been a complete draw. So I think the Zach Charbonnet injury is kind of maybe like, it doesn't seem like a big one, but he's their short down back. He has 12 rushing touchdowns. He's their red zone guy. It's a big loss. Like to lose him, I think is maybe like an underrated loss for that offense. I know Kenneth Walker looked really good in that game last week against the San Francisco 49ers, but he's better when he's rested. He's better when he doesn't have to play a ton of snaps. He hasn't played more than 63% of the snaps in a game this year. He's going to have to play upwards of 85%. And I thought the Rams secondary played a really good game against the Chicago Bears. I thought Chris Shula did a ton of good things. I think he's one of the smartest coaches or assistant coaches or coordinators, in the league right now. And I think he's going to get a head coaching job. So I like kind of what he can do having 2 games of film. So I kind of lean Rams in the spot, but it's still early. And it's honestly, like I said, the way those two teams have played each other, it's really hard to predict kind of how that game will go.
Brenden, it was interesting watching the Texans game because of the panel at halftime, and then the guys in the booth were just saying, like, CJ Stroud doesn't have to be amazing. Like, this defense is good enough where you just have to be capable, make your reads, get first downs, and get into that red zone. I mean, he was the first player with 5 INTs and 5 fumbles in a single postseason. What do you think went wrong there for the Texans? Because I know everybody's pointing at CJ Stroud. Do you see it just plainly on him?
I do. Like, I don't think I wouldn't have blamed D'Amico Ryans if he was benched at halftime. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think it was like, I don't think it would have been crazy if they rolled Davis Mills going into the third quarter. He stuck with this guy. He didn't turn the ball over in the second half, but he didn't play really well. That was atrocious. Like, I'm just gonna say how it is. Like, that was one of the worst quarterback performances we've seen in playoff history. Mm-hmm. The Texans wasted a very good defensive performance. Like, this is an insane stat for you. In 3 CJ Stroud playoff wins in his career, the Texans defense has allowed 32 points and they have scored 32 points. They've scored 5 touchdowns and a 2-point on a 2-point conversion. They returned it back for a touchdown. The defense has basically pitched a draw between the two sides, and Stroud has basically done nothing with it. They attacked Drake May all game. They forced 3 fumbles on their end. They didn't have a point off a turnover. All of CJ Stroud, the Patriots didn't score any points off except for the pick 6. Like, the offensive of the Patriots didn't score after any of those turnovers. So that was a completely wasted opportunity. And I was on the Fan 590 earlier this morning, kind of talking about CJ Stroud's regression for over the last 2 years. Like, this is not just like a one playoff game thing. Like, obviously that was one of the worst games he's played in his career, if not the worst game. But over the last 2 years, like, he's in bottom 7 in every major quarterback statistic: passer rating, success rate, EPA per play, sacks. He's like the 4th most sacked quarterback over the last 2 years. So is it an offensive line thing? Like, is he just feeling the pressure too much? That could be something, because the Texans have not done a good job of protecting over the last 2 years. But this looks like a different player from his rookie season. That's what's crazy about the massive drop off. So he's eligible for a contract extension. I would not give him one at all. I don't think the Texans should even negotiate. And I'd be worried if I was a Texans fan. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, you're watching a different player. You're watching and it's crazy from his rookie season. Like, you usually I know there's a sophomore slump kind of thing going on with sometimes, but this is a massive fall off, and that was a wasted defense for Houston. That was a wasted kind of season for them, because that unit was awesome. That was the best unit left in the playoffs, and they couldn't take advantage of it because of just blatant turnovers. Like that one where he didn't throw the ball at the tight end's foot and it went up in the air with a pick 6. Like, that stuff just can't happen.
Is he in a Texan uniform next year, do you think?
I think so. I think they probably try to run it back one more year. They have to make a decision on his 5th-year option as well. So I'm assuming they pick it up because, like, they've invested a 2nd overall pick in him. We've seen his rookie year. So, like, unless a team's swinging in with like a bunch of draft picks, I might. He's a Texan, but Like, is he a Texan in 2027? I think it's probably about a 50-50 chance, right? Like, if he plays like that, you can't continue to roll him out, because the thing about the Texans is, like, that defense was young and cheap too. Like, you're gonna have to pay Will Anderson. You're gonna have to pay, like, Derek Stingley just got paid, but Kamari Lassiter's coming up for a contract. Like, this defense now gets expensive, and now you have to pay the quarterback. So they're like, this was kind of like the perfect season for them with no Lamar Jackson, no Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen would have been eliminated too. So they kind of, similar to Buffalo, they kind of wasted a great opportunity.
Brendan, the news today, Bills fire coach Sean McDermott. In your eyes, did they have to make this move after another disappointing playoff run?
So I get like the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's what comes to mind with this. But no, I think they fired the wrong guy today. I don't think Sean McDermott was to blame for this season. Like, if you were looking at a vacuum, right? If you were looking at it for the 2025 season, he absolutely should not have been fired. They're looking at it from a big picture, zoomed out perspective and saying, we just haven't got there. But this was probably Sean McDermott's best season as a head coach. Like, he led that defense. They had the least amount of passing yards in the NFL. They were third in EPA per dropback on defense heading into the playoffs. The run defense was poor, but that was personnel based. They had so many injuries up front. He did way more with less with this defense for basically his entire coaching career there. I wrote the article for The Score this morning on just like his career and look at the stats. Buffalo ranked first in yards allowed on defense during his tenure, third in EPA per play. Like, this defense was very good under him. It was just the playoff gripes. And this season, he was not to blame for the playoff gripes. Like, that game was not on him. Like, I don't know what Sean McDermott could have done differently. Like, it's hard. You can't hold teams to under a certain amount of points when you turn the ball over 5 times. If you look at the Buffalo Bills reactions, players on Twitter and on social media, they're not happy. Jordan Phillips, that one's going around right now where he's very upset. Teron Johnson's upset. Like, the whole roster is not happy with this firing. I get it. It's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. But they gave Brandon Beane a promotion. Like, the general manager, like, why not just clean house here? Like, they didn't just fire the general manager and keep him. They gave him a promotion to the president of football operations today. The guy that has drafted 2 Pro Bowlers over his last 56 draft picks. The guy that has not been able to get Josh Allen, the talent around him at wide receiver since they let go Stephon Diggs. This was not a Super Bowl roster. They had a Super Bowl quarterback, and that's it. I think the wrong man got fired today. I feel bad for Sean McDermott. I think he's a really good football coach. I think a few of these teams that are open for jobs right now should be calling him on the phone. But again, like, it kind of goes back to what I opened it with. It's a definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I think that's kind of where they're at. But I think they should have just cleaned house. And I think it's kind of unfair. Have you guys seen Game of Thrones before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. It's like Brandon Beane's like Littlefinger right now. Like, the guy get the promotion and you can get more. You know, that's how.
Well, we know how Littlefinger ended up, so shouldn't be long.
Brendan, I know you've kind of alluded to it a bit, but who's going to be joining Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl?
Am I going to be enjoying Bad Bunny? Oh, who's going to be joining?
Joining.
Okay. I want to see Rams Patriots. I think that's what it's going to be. There's part of me that wants to root for Jarrett Stidham and thinks the Broncos have a shot. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a field goal game, but I do think the New England Patriots are going to win. And I think the Los Angeles Rams are going to take care of business. I think McVay has a lot to clean up from that Bears game. I didn't think he coached a very good game at all. I think like throwing or running the ball at the end of that 2-minute warning was wild. The fact that they didn't take timeouts at the end of that Bears drive to kind of keep themselves more time to get a score. I think McVay has a lot to clean up. He threw the ball a lot, but I do think he learns from it. I think the Rams are going to advance to the Super Bowl on the NFC side, and then I think the Patriots take care of business. So Rams, Patriots, and I think that would be the best matchup too for the fans. You get the 2 MVP candidates. I think those are 2 really good teams I would give for the best show. I think a Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl would be pretty hilarious. I think it would be like a 3 game.
and I know you're going to enjoy Bad Bunny. I wouldn't even ask you that.
I have never been a Bad Bunny. Like, I've never listened to any of his songs, but I'm excited to watch. Like, he apparently puts on great when I know that's talk about, like, he says, like, he's very, very energetic at his concert. So I think it'll be definitely a good show.
For sure. Brendan, this is awesome. You always bring the heat and the great stuff regarding the NFL. Enjoy, I guess, no time off, but enjoy the games on the weekend, and we'll see who's heading to the Super Bowl. Thanks for your time, bud.
Of course, man. You guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Brenden Deeg from The Score joined us to talk all things NFL.
It's funny when you the first thing that went through my mind, who do you think's going to join Bad Bunny? The first thing I go, oh, maybe Janet Jackson.
There's rumors swirling. And I guess his teaser video is the most watched video in the history of the Super Bowl teaser video. So it'll be good. Enjoy Bad Bunny. If you're that upset about it, just turn it off for 15 minutes and come back for the second half. That simple.
Who turns it off? Yeah. Everyone has a look.
You'd be surprised.
Really? Go to the Puppy Bowl?
Bad Bunny would be awesome. And I know it's in another language, but I mean...
Stop it. You can't understand half of what people sing anyways. Everyone sings the lyrics wrong.
There's a great comedian, Josh Johnson, talks about people being upset about this. It's a Super Bowl, though. It's not the Spanish Bowl. Yeah, no problem. We'll get to it after. We got a long ways to go before Bad Bunny. So that was a great conversation. Up next, we're going to talk some hockey, some trades, check in on some struggling teams and all that fun stuff here with Michael Traikos from the Hockey News. That's coming on next. Keep slamming that thumbs up. We're close to 50. We want to get to 100. Don't be a pleasure to Lair and slam that thumbs up. We're back after the break.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Luke Gazdic checking in.
He's just like the ultimate guy you want on your team. Like, he sets a quiet example for the rest of the group. Whether it was game day, whether it was in game, I was always watching someone like him. Truly just the best. It was a 3-year battle of taping up stalls and sweaters and hoodies. Wasn't a guy I'd rather go to battle with for 60 minutes than Nuge.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Just wrapping up, the Sabres dropping a 2-1 decision to the Hurricanes. And in just a moment, the Capitals and Avalanche get underway. While for Florida, Matthew Tkachuk is returning to make his season debut for the Panthers against the Sharks. He's been out since August after undergoing a surgery to repair multiple core surgeries. And Kiefer Sherwood is off to San Jose, being swapped from Vancouver in exchange for Cole Clayton and 2 second-rounders. He has 23 points in 44 games this season, with Sherwood in the final year of his current deal worth $3 million. NFL news: the Seahawks will take on the Rams without leading touchdown man Zach Charbonnet. He left the first half of Saturday's game against the Niners with a significant knee injury. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Charbonnet tore his ACL. A pair of games live in the NBA right now. The Thunder up 70-54 over the Cavaliers. 10 minutes to go in the third. We also have the Clippers up by 2 over the Wizards nearing the end of the second quarter. At Hard Rock Stadium, Miami meets Indiana to fight for the national title. Kickoff for that one goes at 5:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
Let's get in that smoke wagon and see what happens.
I'll dude.
We're back here for hour 2 of EST Afternoons. How you doing out there? National championship game today, Miami, Indiana. It's going to be a fun one. Lots of hockey too. MLK Day down in the U.S. Like always, hit us up, Nasty Chat. Plan that thumbs up. River Korean Box brought to you by the River Korea Resort and Casino. Check out their happy hour, 525 drinks. Available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're just ahead of Michael Traikos from the Hockey News. It's going to be a good convo. Just taking some time. He's on his way to the arena to watch the Leafs hockey.
Whoa.
Yeah, lots of games. So obviously there's some games going on right now. We'll pick games obviously that start later for Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. That's coming for Play Alberta as well. Just waiting here on Coop to give me the thumbs up, Joaquin. Think Jake Allen will ever win? Quickly.
The goalie?
Josh Allen, sorry.
No.
That's tough, eh?
You know, Reed would help me out with this because there's an old X-Files episode where the smoking man, I forget the name of the episode, but it's kind of his backstory. He's like the guy in the shadows, right? The Man in Black kind of guy, and he just does all the underworld stuff. But then they're talking about sports,
okay,
and they say, well, what happened in the 84 Olympics when the U.S. won gold? He goes, oh, a little prick to the back of the hand of the Russian goaltender with some sedatives, a little slow to the stick side, he says. And then he goes, "What? And the Bills win in the Super Bowl? Not in my lifetime." It was an extra. So if the secret society is keeping the Bills from winning, I don't like their chances.
Jeez, yeah, it's a tough one. All right, we're going to welcome in Michael Traikos from the Hockey News, who joins us now on the Old Country Towing Hotline. Michael, thank you for taking some time. I know you're busy today with it being a game day down in Toronto. Let's start it off with the trade we saw today. Kiefer Sherwood, player that many teams were lining up to try to acquire, heads to the San Jose Sharks for a prospect and 2 second-round picks. Do you like this move for San Jose?
I like it, and I'm surprised by it. I don't know how you guys are feeling, but San Jose at the start of the year, if you had told me that they'd be buyers midway through the season, I would have said, well, which team are we talking about here? The San Jose what? The Sharks? But it's just a testament to Macklin Celebrini and the job that those young guys have been doing over there. Because again, I didn't peg the Sharks as a playoff team. I certainly didn't pick them as a so-called buyer, but if I'm Mike Greer, that's the move that I want to make. I want to reward these guys for the season they've been having.
Let's look at the Leafs over a pretty good stretch over the last 10 games here. What's been the reasoning for this? Is just the play of Austin Matthews coming back to life?
Well, if you look at it, the win streak really did coincide with them letting Mark Savard go. And, we always hear about the coaching bump, and normally that means the head coaching decision was made and a head coach was gone. But in this case, the guy who was handling the power play, and at the time it was an anemic power play, goes out the door. They bring up Steve Sullivan from the minors, and it really has been night and day with the Leafs. I'm not going to put all the blame on Mark Savard because, again, we're talking about a guy who's an assistant coach, but that decision, I guess, just serves as a nice wake-up call. And you look at the play of Austin Matthews, and I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks now, he just looks like a completely different player. Similar to what we kind of saw with Connor McDavid after the first month or so of the season where, I guess some people were saying, oh, Nathan McKinnon might be the best player in hockey right now, and it just seemed like 97, that served as a wake-up call. A lot of us in Toronto were saying, hey, is Austin Matthews' best days behind him? And, the coaching change was made, and, sure enough, we're seeing a different version of Austin Matthews. He looks dangerous every time he's on the ice. That shot is just lethal. And because of, that leadership, that on-ice leadership, the rest of the Leafs are really going right now.
Michael Traikos from the Hockey News joining us here on EST Afternoons. We did see another trade yesterday, another name that we knew was going to get moved eventually from the Calgary Flames. Rasmus Andersson lands, of course, to the Vegas Golden Knights, who it seems are in on everyone every time someone comes available. Did you like the return for Calgary? And then just discussing with Joaquin and other colleagues here and our listeners who are chiming in via the inbox, a lot of people are not high on Rasmus Andersson going to the Vegas Golden Knights. What do you make of this trade, Michael?
Well, for one, it's not fair. Okay, can I just get that out first? Like, the Vegas Golden Knights did not need to acquire anyone, never mind the guy that was on the top of everyone's trade boards from defense. Like, that is a embarrassment of riches they have over there. But, we're not surprised because it's Vegas, and probably a month from now, I'm not going to be surprised when Artemi Panarin gets traded to the Florida Panthers, because it's just like, all right, if you're not going to Vegas, you're going to Florida.
Yeah.
But I like the return. I thought that Craig Conroy got a decent return. Like, we're talking a first round pick. We're talking about a second round pick. And, my colleague Ryan Kennedy, who knows more about prospects than I do, says the guy that is going over there, who plays in college right now, is also going to be a decent player. But the reason I also like this move is it frees up a lot of ice time for Zane Parekh. And I think the one knock against the Flames was they weren't really developing him properly in the first half of the season. And as the guy goes to the World Juniors, where I was covering, and looked fantastic for Team Canada. So if Anderson's, out of the lineup, I know Zach Whitecloud's going to take some of those minutes, but hopefully Zane Parekh gets some time to kind of develop, because this is looking like, could be one of the better offensive defensemen in the near future.
Michael, do you see that maybe GMs are trying to get things done before the trade deadline before the Olympics starts? And in what you're hearing, is there another huge domino to fall here, aside from the possibility of Panarin going somewhere?
I think so. Like, you got to remember, there's probably two deadlines this year. We got the actual trade deadline in March, but then there's the trade freeze. February 4th, right before the Olympics. I think, it's really important to kind of get some moves done before that. It just seems like the trend now is to try to get as much out of your rentals as possible. So if Anderson's, not going to re-sign in Vegas, and we'll see what happens there. At least you get him for more than just a couple months of the season. Now you're getting, basically half a year plus the playoffs out of this guy. So, that's always beneficial. I think we're probably going to see a couple more moves now. It just takes a couple of guys to come off the boards for, more GMs to kind of set the price. And I imagine Dougie Hamilton is probably going to be the next guy that we're probably going to see get moved, or, we'll see who the Rangers are going to move. Panarin seems like it's going to be a difficult one to, a difficult trade to swing, but, that's another guy I'm kind of watching. Carson Soucy out of the Rangers as well. Like, the Rangers, now that they sent that memo out last week, I think that, obviously, everyone is probably for sale in a Rangers uniform. So we'll see how many moves they can get done. But yeah, I think, lead up into the Olympics, we're probably going to see at least a couple more moves.
Yeah, just sticking with the Rangers, Michael. They sent out that memo 2.0. They did it a few years back. I mean, is time gonna we're shocked that time's not running on Chris Drury right now, but is it getting close to that point?
Yeah, by all accounts, it sounds like ownership really likes the guy. So even if Drury, say if they decide to move on from him as a GM, I still think he's probably got a spot within the organization in some sort of, hockey ops, president of, whatever you want to call it sort of role. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Like, this Rangers team was just such a colossal disappointment. Like, a couple of years ago, they were the President's Trophy winners. They seemed like a lock to be in the conference final year after year, and now it's just like every move they make is blowing up in their face. Never mind the fact that every guy they send out the door seems to be thriving. You look at Jacob Trouba in Anaheim, you look at Chris Kreider in Anaheim, and you're going, how do they ever let these two guys go? And meanwhile, they're bringing in JT Miller, and it just seems like all the drama that followed him around in Vancouver is following him in Manhattan as well. So, is Chris Drury to blame for that? Partly because, he's the guy who's making those deals and making the judgment call on which players are going to mesh well. But I'm still shocked. Like, I thought Mike Sullivan going in there was going to be a breath of fresh air. it just seems like, it's further exposed all the issues that New York has.
Michael, right now, Edmonton Oilers are really rolling, partly because of the goaltending itself. From a guy looking in here, what's the logical step for the Edmonton Oilers? Are they do you see them sticking with Ingram and Jari and exposing Pickard, or possibly something, keeping 3 goalies for the rest of the season, which I don't think works until they'd probably have to wait till after the Olympic break. But what do you see happening?
It's a really good question, because I don't know how you guys feel about the goalie market out there. Like, it doesn't seem like there is a goalie market.
Mm-hmm.
The guy I'm curious about is Jordan Binnington. I keep saying, this guy's the starting goalie for the Olympics until he proves otherwise. Well, he's starting to prove really otherwise. And, to that end, forget about wanting to bring him to Edmonton, because I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. But a guy to kind of watch is, I'm in Toronto, where Joseph Woll is now really proven to be the starting goaltender. Something else is happening. Like, Anthony Stolarz is still out. I think he's losing his backup job to Dennis Hildeby. So when Anthony Stolarz comes back, there could be a market for a guy who has shown that he can be a starting goaltender, for stretches at a time. I don't know. He's not a bona fide number one by any stretch of the imagination, but, in terms of being a guy who can survive in a tandem, I really like what Stolarz can do. He's on a sweetheart contract as well. And it just seems like after he was very vocal about his criticism of how the Leafs were playing in front of him, it seems like the dressing room has really kind of soured on the guy. You're hearing reports that, the Leafs would much rather trade this guy than bring him back into a backup role. If that's the case, then if I'm the Oilers, I'm jumping all over that, because, a Stolarz Jari tandem would look a lot better than what the Oilers have right now. So that's one thing to kind of keep an eye on. But, it's so weird, because the Oilers have proven in the last couple of years that you don't need number one, traditional goaltending to make it deep into the playoffs. And, for all the warts they had in net last year, we're talking about a team that went to back-to-back cup finals. So as long as you got McDavid playing the way he is, as long as you got Zach Hyman now playing the way he is, and, the supporting cast around them doing what they've been doing, you might be able to get by with, 3 goalies that, on any given night can stop the puck for you.
And Michael, one last one for you. I mean, we look at the standings and we see Winnipeg down in the West, and we see the New Jersey Devils, who we'll see tomorrow here in Edmonton, down in the East. Which team surprises you the most at where they're sitting in the standings right now?
Oh, definitely the Jets.
Yeah.
I know, Connor Hellebuyck wins the Vezina and the Hart Trophy last year for simple reason why, he was the MVP of that team. But I didn't expect his absence to sink the Jets. And then when he returns, it's, they just haven't been able to find their game. That's a really good team there. There's so many good players. I'm really shocked at, the kind of season they've been having. That's something like, say what you want about, like, it's always hard to make the playoffs and you might miss out, but for them to be this far out is just, it really is a surprise.
So don't win the President's Trophy. Okay, that's what.
yeah, the Rangers, the Jets. Oh boy, yeah,
that thing's cursed.
I'm sorry,
man.
Colorado. Next year, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, prepare accordingly. Michael, this has been great. Thank you for taking some time on a busy day for you. Enjoy the game tonight, and I'm sure we'll chat again.
Awesome, guys. Thanks very much.
All right, that's Michael Traikos from the Hockey News joining us there. Interesting little goalie situation in Toronto, too.
Yeah. I wonder if, let me ask you this. You're a GM, and just because we're in the market, we're thinking Oilers want to probably keep their guys. I didn't even think of Stolarz at this point.
Yeah.
But are you, if you see, when Stolarz coming back, or if he's coming back, is he exposed to go down? Mm-hmm. Do you make one of your guys do you make Calvin Pickard available? Because you would probably think, if you're a team looking to pick someone up, I think you might lean towards Stolarz before Pickard, and then Pickard goes through to the team that wants him. I mean, if there's 2 teams that need goaltenders at that point, then you're kind of hooped, but maybe you can kind of look at it that way.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of ESTers right now are saying Michael forgot about Ingram. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he just thinks Jari Stolarz is better than Ingram.
Yeah, well, that's
that's all we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he hasn't watched a lot of the Oilers, but in Ingram too, has he shown enough already? At least for me, he has. What's a deal look like for Ingram if the Oilers want to keep him ahead of this year? Like a 2-year deal, 3-year deal. He's only making just over 1. You can get him at 4.
That's why we have people from outside the markets to have their view on things too, right? Like we're immersed in it, so our view is going to be completely different. Like I've watched a little bit of Toronto's games, and Matthews has looked good, but obviously he's a completely different player right now, right?
And he looks happy. He looks like he's having fun again. And that's the thing, right? Like, I'm not saying, I don't know if Stolarz is better than what the Oilers have. He played really good last year. He's been injured this year. Michael alluded to that he's wearing thin with some of the comments he's made about his teammates and about how the team plays.
There's definite parts of the season when you can equate the downfall of teams.
Yeah.
And when he said that, then went out and... Yeah, the whole Mark Savard thing, that's a weird one.
Yeah, and it's for Stolarz, it's a cheap contract. Someone's going to pick him up. Toronto's going to be if they want to, but I think the Oilers right now, the safe bet is they re-up with Ingram on a short-term deal for decent money, and then they run him and Jari for the next until McDavid's contract's up, and Jari's is up because it's up the same year.
But then you look. This is kind of why it makes sense. Who knows? But you could, Anthony Stolarz, 31. He's under contract till 2030, making 3.7. It's 2.5 this year, 3.7 the rest. That's pretty good. That's low to have a good goalie.
Yeah, and more than likely a backup, right? A guy that probably plays more.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's going to be like a split because I don't think it would with Stolarz, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting, though. And
if
like
you could sign Ingram to 3.7 for the next 4 years, would you do it?
I would, because I think he can be the starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I don't think Stolarz can be the starter over Jari or Ingram right now.
Right now, no.
Yeah. I think he's close. I think he's a good goalie.
Interesting.
Very interesting. We're coming to you live from the good old William Huff Studios. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of Valley clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout. 780-454-4536. Keep slamming that thumbs up. What are we at? Let's take a quick look here. 54. Come on, let's slam it. Let's get close to 100. It helps with the algorithms. I don't understand that, but that's what I've been told. So please slam that thumbs up. We're back after the break. Talk more sports and read your messages at the River Korean Box and the Nasty Chat. Here's Coob with your sports update.
Games on today's NHL slate. One game is live. Capitals and Avalanche notched at zeros just about 5 minutes into play. Meanwhile, the Flames dance with the Devils. Newly acquired Zach Whitecloud expected to play his first game for Calgary, according to Sportsnet's Eric Francis. And Matthew Tkachuk will make his season debut for the Panthers against the Sharks. He returns from core surgery that's kept him out all season. Vancouver's Kiefer Sherwood is on the move, being dealt to the Sharks in exchange for Cole Clayton and 2 second-round picks, one for this year and the other for next season. And to the West Coast, Zach Charbonnet. He is out for the remainder of the season, with ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that the Seahawks touchdown leader suffered a torn ACL Saturday against the Niners, with Charbonnet leaving in the first half. And earlier, the Bills fired head coach Sean McDermott after he led Buffalo to 8 playoff appearances in 9 seasons with the team. And to the NBA, there's a pair of games underway nearing the end of the third quarter. Thunder up 86-73 over the Cavs, while the Wizards have a 3-point lead over the Clippers early in the third. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. More with Hernan and Joaquin following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada Ice Dancers, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier on Support from Home.
We're celebrating all the people at home, the people that have supported us. We know our community is going to be cheering for us, and we know the country is going to be cheering for us. Thank you, Canada.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
We're back. EST Afternoons, Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas. Got some Italian sausages. Gonna make those tonight for supper.
Where'd you get your sausages?
Italian Center.
Did you?
Yeah. I used to buy one brand there, but then for some reason, maybe it was the batch, they're really salty. So then I switched to another one. They're really good.
Should go buy Acme.
Yeah, I should. I like Acme too.
Corey will whip you up some sausage.
I bought Greek sausages there one time.
Did
they were
you?
fantastic.
I've seen Corey with his sausage. He does a good job.
Do you fry them?
Depends.
Oven, barbecue.
Yeah, whatever. I got these really cool, like shish kebab things, skewers.
Okay.
That are really neat. So sometimes I'll just slice them and put them on there with the veggies and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are the best. I love shish kebabs.
Shish kebabs? They're the best.
Yeah, they're the best. Absolutely outstanding. 62 thumbs. That makes it 38 away from 100. Can we do it? Let's do it. Joaquin, Nuge, it was such a huge accomplishment. It was great to see his family. His friends got to do the
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool. For you, like, what do you appreciate the most from Nuge?
We were just talking before a little bit, and I think what impressed me most when he first came was his attitude. And it was horrible here.
It was.
Then I would go to a handful of games, and you're watching these young guys, and you look at the Gagnes, the Hulls, all the players that were supposed to turn everything around, and some of the body language that you saw from some of these players, and they're young, and they didn't have the proper. I think Matt Hendricks, the one of the worst moves was to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Like he should have been, even when if he was gone, you should have signed him, whatever, had him around, and you should have put him within the organization as whatever, director of player personnel, something to keep him, because he was. He there's something about certain guys that you have around, and he was one of those guys that I think because I think he's with the Minnesota Wild right now. So, anyways, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was always so professional. Like even when you saw him with that little baby face, not that he doesn't still, but he would never show that he was upset, right?
Yeah.
And he always an honest effort, like with everything. Never shied away from the hard areas of the game. I mean, one of the most consistent NHL hockey players over this 1,000 games. And I mean, you hear all the guys talk about him at length, but when you hear people outside the organization just go, wow, was the fact that Vancouver didn't try to trade for him or maybe they did, who knows, but he's beloved in the city. I love the way he plays, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a star player on a team of superstars. And he's, like I said, I think he'll go down as one of the top most loved Oilers of all time.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there, buddy. For me, it's the loyalty, because he could have booked it after the darkness.
Yeah.
He could have said, I'm out. Like, I don't want to be here. This is ridiculous. How many GMs, how many coaches did they go through? How many players did they go through? It was a joke, and you're right. I like the loyalty part of it. I love the way he is with the media, because you said it a lot of bad years, a lot of bad nights, even when they're good now. And, you know, the media here can be tough, and they're fair. And you never see him bite back. You never see him give attitude.
No, even when he's asked some harsh questions, you know, he never, there's never any attitude.
No.
You know, it's, he's a good role model to have for some of the young guys on this team.
Yeah.
I think, especially with the Savoys and the Howards. That's a good guy to have in your room to look up to.
The only time I ever saw him give a kind of a spicy answer was after it was a garbage bag day. The Oilers were in the playoffs again. This was early in the McDavid years, and he said, "We got to figure this out."
Yeah, but that wasn't.
It wasn't bad, but
no, but
he was more
this is
frustrated
enough.
with the organization.
This is enough's enough. I've got like 80 Glad garbage bags at home right now.
Yeah, because listen, like there was no guarantees this team was at the time going to get McDavid. There's no guarantees this team was going to go all the way. He could have easily said, I want to go home, or I want to go somewhere where I'm going to win and have some success, because there was no success for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins early on in his career. As a team, I'm not saying personally. He always had numbers. He was always good. But I think for him, the loyalty shows a lot. I think the way he handles himself with the media is just, he's a pro's pro. He is. And it was great yesterday when they were showing like his rookie shot, and they went through all the years. He hasn't changed much, Joaquin, which is funny. Then they showed his first goal. I think it was against the Penguins, and his first interview with Gene. Dubnyk walks behind him, gives him a shove. And because Hall, Eberle, Pajjarvi to an extent, and Nuge and Yakupov were supposed to turn this around.
Yeah.
Like the orders
Schultz,
like they never thought in a million years they'd get McDavid.
No.
Like that was the core that was going to turn this franchise around. Now, in fairness to those guys, Joaquin, they're all quality players because they're all still playing. Outside of just Schultz, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But the roster construction was terrible those years. They didn't have a chance to succeed.
Yeah, no. You need a veteran presence. You know, you can't just. Unfortunately, the building of the 80s Oilers is just not possible anymore. I don't think, right?
Yeah.
You can't just have a bunch of 20-year-olds.
No. And when they brought veterans in, and no disrespect to those vets, but they were all like third liners, fourth liners, grinders.
You were still relying on your young guys. So they were the big dogs.
And because it happens, I think it's just human nature. Like the young hotshot offensive guy, and there's a fourth liner telling you, "Hey man, this is the way we do it." He's probably like, "Shut up, buddy!"
Yeah.
Like I scored 20 more goals.
Yeah,
Like, do you know what
there was some of that. I've heard the stories, right? What I thought was one of the best things I've ever seen at the NHL level was the warm up yesterday, and they mimicked what he did.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. Like,
he's great, man.
That shows how much love that these guys have for him. To go through that, he's been doing it like just to signify the 1,000 games. Everyone knows what he does. Like it was perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, he's probably going to go down as Man, top 10 for sure. Oilers' favorite Oiler of all time.
I hope he gets 1,000 points.
Yeah, he will. Like, as in terms of fan love, he's top 10. You might be top 5.
That's what I was saying on Dusty's show this morning. I was after we spoke, I was like, does he end up like it's tough? But now that like the Oilers have been around a long time, and most of the people that that remember the 80s are, there's not a lot of people that watch the Oilers in the 80s except in highlights at this point.
Yeah.
They grew up with the Nuge.
Yeah.
And it was really sad when to think, I remember when that guy got drafted and now he's played 1,000 games. Or like, how old am I?
And the good thing about Nuge, not hurt a lot. He's
Very durable.
Megs Bezuza says, I still think they should have had Nuge's horse on the ice. Missed opportunity. Okay, how about this? When it's all said and done for the Nuge, is his number retired or does he go into that wall of honor?
Ooh, it's a good question. Part of me, just because the history of the team, I mean, if this was a different franchise, I might change my mind. But to get your jersey retired, in the Nuge's case,
would he have to win a cup?
I think a cup. I think he has to win a cup. Maybe not. We'll see at the end. What number does he wear?
93.
Who's wearing that again anyway?
Because what's the rule? You have to be in the Hall of Fame and... No, to get your number retired here in Edmonton. Don't you have to? No? Yeah, because Big Hugh says Nuge used to be the exception to the Hall of Fame rule. That the Oilers only put guys up in the banners if you're in the Hall of Fame.
Al Hamilton's not in the Hall of Fame.
I think it started after Al.
Oh, so we're making exceptions for Al Hamilton. Sorry, Hammy.
Yeah, because Iwanek says the old standard is Hall of Fame.
Really?
Is Nuge a Hall of Famer? That's.
I mean, if he gets to 1,000 points, did he win a World Junior? He's won a World Championships, hasn't he?
I don't know if he's won a World Championships. I don't know about a World. Did he win the World? Okay, Nassies inbox 780-218-9999 and River Korean box. When it's all said and done, does Nuge get his number retired? And what was the other one? Or is he a Hall of Famer?
A Hall of Famer.
I mean, I look at a guy like Matt Sundin. I'm sorry, but how's that any different?
He was like a top. Well, has Nuge been a top 10 scorer in the league?
No, maybe that year he scored 100.
What? I think Matt's won some brass though, didn't he?
Let's take a look.
Maybe not.
No, I'm not. Like, Matt Sundin was a hell of a player. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people would take him over Nuge 100, and I understand that. But
he's one of the greatest. But it's the Hockey Hall of Fame, though.
Yes,
and he's won Olympic golds.
Consistent, like at least minimum until his last year's 70-point guy. Minimum.
Who?
Matt Sundin.
Yeah.
Nuge has been around there.
But again, it's the Hockey Hall of Fame, not the NHL Hall of Fame. Right?
Yeah. I think a lot of people agree that his number should be retired because, and screw that a Hall of Fame standard that they have, because he's the only guy to play 100 games for the Oilers. 1,000th.
He's played more than 100. Yeah, no, I think that if there's ever a reason, he's the only one to ever do it. He's going to. I don't think he goes anywhere else at this point. Like, he rides this out, right?
Yeah, like
family's here. It's a quick trip to back home to Vancouver. I was actually talking to Louis DeBrusque about this. He loves the fact that Jake can jump on a plane and come home. Like his mom Cindy loves it because he can come home real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so this one says from Sean, if Smitty is on the Wall of Honor, how is Nuge not? I think Nuge is an automatic for the Wall of Honor.
Oh yeah, he's automatic. But automatic. He's on the wall.
Is Smitty's career better than Nuge's career? Is Smitty a Hall of Famer?
No.
No. Okay, then I don't think Nuge would be.
No.
So then, do you think Smitty should have his number retired?
With the Oilers?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Maybe his mullet.
It's an interesting conversation, right? Like, is he a Hall of Famer? Should he get his number?
Video will go up on the wall.
I think he is already.
No.
He will, though.
Oh, is he?
I think he is.
Yeah, he is. He was one of the first.
And he's one of the most beloved Oilers of all time, too, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. That's a Hall of Fame. Might be tough, but I mean, let's say he finishes Joaquin with 1,000 points and he plays 1,300 games.
Yeah, Penner's Pancake says that. Like 1,000 points, 13, 14, I think you throw 93 up there.
Yeah, you almost have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not right away.
No.
But
that's crazy. Absolutely. Let's keep the conversation going. We also got to do our screw it. Let's do it. Parlay. That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons. Keep slamming that thumbs up. We were 38 away last time. I'm going to check in the break, and we better be closer to 100. Let's go. And Nuge, do you consider him a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done? And should he get 93 retired here in Edmonton? That's all coming up as we close it out here on EST Afternoons.
Ice level, it's a 1-1 hockey game between the Capitals and Avalanche. 8 minutes left to go in the first with tons of other action around the NHL tonight, including Panthers and Sharks going at it. Florida welcoming back Matthew Tkachuk, with Tkachuk playing his first game of the season after recovering from off-season core surgery. And Kiefer Sherwood is on the move to San Jose, being swapped from Vancouver in exchange for Cole Clayton and 2 second-round picks. He has 23 points in 44 games played this season, with Sherwood in the final year of his contract worth $3 million. NFL news: the Seahawks will take on the Rams without leading touchdown man Zach Charbonnet. He left in the first half of Saturday's game against the Niners with a significant knee injury. ESPN's Adam Schefter reporting that Charbonnet tore his ACL. And a pair of games are live in the NBA right now. It's a 3-point game between the Wizards and Clippers, with Washington leading 78-75. Nearing the end of the third and early in the fourth quarter, it's a 104-85 lead for the Thunder over the Cavaliers. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Festive featured wing flavors are here at the Canadian Brewhouse. It's festive cranberry versus Korean bulgogi in the ultimate flavor showdown. Try them anytime or just 67 cents every Wing Wednesday for a limited time. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Oh, dude.
segment here on EST Afternoons, just having a conversation with Iwanek there about this whole Nuge talk. So looking at Sundin's number, 1,300 points, I guess the only issue I had with it at the time was he was first ballot. I don't think he should have been a first ballot.
Why do you hate Matt Sundin?
I don't.
You do.
But and Matty makes a good point. If Nuge hits 1,000 points, I think there's a good argument for him to be a Hall of Famer.
So, yeah, again, Penner's Pancakes said in there. Like 1,000 points, around 1,400 games. That's a Hall of Fame career. If he wins a cup, it's a no-brainer. Well, I'm just saying, without no cup, it's I don't know. With a cup, yeah.
Like over 1,000 games, over 1,000 points, all with the same team and a cup, I think that's almost close to an automatic.
I think so.
Yeah.
With the same team, too. That's another, because that doesn't happen anymore either, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be interesting for little Nuge.
Little Nuge.
This one says, what did Matt Sundin do to Chile?
I know.
Nothing. Listen, I know he was a great player and he was all Toronto had, but I think there was bias for him to be a first ballot. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying Nuge should be a first ballot. I don't think he would. I think it'd take him a few tries. But eventually, because who was Matty bringing up? Bernie Federico, who's just over the 1,000. He's in, right? So, and I get it's not the NHL Hall of Fame. It's the Hockey Hall of Fame. And Nuge has represented Canada on multiple stages.
Yeah.
So.
Went to the World Championships every year for a while.
The Oilers were never in the playoffs. This one says, Matt Sundin scored an overtime winner against Joaquin Gage on November 9th, 2000 in a game when Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Edmonton Oilers. That's why he hates Matt Sundin.
Yeah, he was lucky on that one.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Don't bring back the past, all right? Just getting over that.
So Aiden, a good one. Similar career to Iginla, 1,500 plus games, just over 1,000 points and no cup. Does have Olympic gold, though. I think Nuge has to hit 1,000 to get all these things into play. And I think he can, because he's always around the 50 to 70 mark. Sometimes it's a little higher.
If he could throw down another 100-point season, you think he could do that again? That'd be tough.
It'd be tough, but he's on the best power play, and that power play is, it's going to continue to be good as long as you have the guys there, right?
He's going to be playing with Connor McDavid for the next 2 years too.
Like someone said on the Oil stream, he goes, he's better do it before McDavid leaves in 2 years.
Well, maybe that unlocks the Nuge finally.
Penner's Pancake says, Patrick Morello going to get in? Question mark. Over 1,700 games played. 1,197 points. Ooh, that's a good comparison. Because that's way more than the Nuge. In terms of games. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
Gold medal.
Gold. Yeah, that's true too. No cup though.
Went to a cup final.
Yeah. Nuge has gone to 2.
Yeah.
Should have won the Calder.
Yeah, should have won the Calder.
Should have won the Calder.
If he could get the Nuge is a perfect candidate. You know what trophy suits the Nuge most? Conn Smythe.
Yeah. Someone put that in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. So yeah, to him to just go ham in the playoffs. So have the kind of, because like the Pisani type of playoffs. Scores 19 goals in 28 games. Yeah. Right? Just fuego.
Yeah.
And gets the Conn Smythe.
That would be amazing.
if he won a cup and a Conn Smythe, then I think if you win the Conn Smythe, you automatically go to the Hall of Fame. Well, maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah. This one says if he hits 1,000 points and wins the Stanley Cup, there's a strong case. This one says 1,000 points and first 1,000 games only as an Oiler and survived the decade of darkness, he should get his number retired. So a lot of different takes on this. I think a lot of people are leaning towards getting his number retired, but the Oilers have their own internal standard that you have to be in the Hall of Fame to get your number retired.
Yeah.
So
it was funny because at Rexall, the fire department used to come and do training at aerial stuff, like dropping down into things. And Chris Joseph, the old D-man for the Oilers, he was a firefighter for years. They were doing it there, and the firefighters grabbed a jersey and put Joseph on the back and put it up by the other jerseys and took a picture of it and sent it to him. Finally,
I did it.
That was good.
Big Uke says he should get a statue for just surviving the decade of darkness. Oh. Saskatoon Muncher says, NHL players haven't been in the Olympics for how long? Over a decade. There's going to be a bit of a Hall of Fame asterisk for a certain generation of players because it wasn't available to them. That's a good point.
What do you think? Nuge makes the team in one of those?
I don't think he makes the team, but
he might. If it coincided with that 100-point season he had, I don't know. I don't know the dates, but there might be a case that he.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, he went to the camp. He got invited to the Four Nations camp in the summer, remember?
Right.
Yeah. All right. River Cree Bucks, presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Jersey Shore star DJ Pauly at the venue on March 7th. Doors open at 8, show at 9. All you have to do for tickets is go to rivercreeresort.com or hit up the River Cree box office. It's time to get back on track with the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. Hit it, Coop. All right, fellas. Well, we'll read the numbers from last week, okay?
Oh, right. Yeah, you can read the numbers.
It's not pretty for me and Coop, but Gager knocked it out of the park. So last week, Coop, you hit 2 out of the 5 times. Joaquin, you hit 4 out of 5.
As usual.
I only went with 4 because the Bedard goal on Monday was voided because he was out sick.
Always with the excuses.
I went 1 for 4. No, you did go back-to-back Celebrini, so.
Why?
No,
I got it right. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Why are you trying to dog him for making a right pick, huh?
It's unbelievable.
Okay, boys. Let's pick today. I think I went first last week, so is it Coob or you?
I don't remember who wrapped it.
I think it's me.
Okay.
Okay.
What you got?
Well,
Macklin Celebrini is playing tonight.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Shoot, hold on. I think I'm going to it's going to involve the Sharks, but just because they got, go off the board here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Matthew Tkachuk point. He's back.
He's back.
That's where I was going to go. And the game does start in an hour here.
Yeah, we got to get these two Matty right away. Coop.
It goes your way, Hernan.
I'm taking a Matthew Schaefer point today.
Is that a digital watch? Because I don't think you could tell time the other way.
Okay, Coop, let's go.
Okay, Jack Eichel.
Point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
There you go. Schaefer, Tkachuk, that's Matthew, and Jack Eichel, point. Who's riding? Let's ride. All right, big shout out to Brenden Deeg from The Score, who joined us to talk NFL. And Michael Traikos from the Hockey News. It's a fun show. We're back tomorrow to tee up Oilers, Devils. And the Canucks, they're due. Can they pull out a win? I don't think so. Let's go. Hey, Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up from 3 to 6. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy the college final. Miami, Indiana. We love you. Shouters.